This was the first time I had seen my own clone. He looked exactly like me. The thought of my wife being accompanied by a clone instead of me made me feel sick, even nauseous. I touched the clone's hand, and it felt like my left hand touching my right hand. This terrified me. After calming down for a moment, I ultimately decided to terminate the cloning program. Just a few months ago, I discovered a malignant tumor in my brain. The cancer cells had already spread, making it incurable. The tumor caused me to suffer frequent seizures, each of which could be fatal. Despite the severity of the situation, I bore it alone, without telling my wife, children, or close friends and family. Only I and the cloning institution knew about it. After signing the contract, they cloned a version of me without the illness, intending for the clone to replace me and care for my family after my death. This was a rational and ideal arrangement, but I couldn't get past the emotional barrier. When I returned home, I wanted to tell my wife the truth, that I was dying, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't bring myself to say it. I know my wife well. She places great importance on emotions. Now she is pregnant with our second child. If I told her the truth, how much pain would she endure? How would that pain affect our two children? I dared not think further and ultimately remained silent. I contacted the cloning company again and decided to proceed with the cloning plan. I told my wife I had to go on a business trip for a week and secretly returned to the cloning facility. Next, I needed to activate the clone. The first step was to transfer memories using a simple device attached to both our temples. Then we slept for 6 hours. Soon after, I decided to wake up my clone, who seemed to awaken from a long dream. After a long period of conflict and adjustment, he finally understood that he wasn't himself. When we met, we were both nervous. The first time we saw each other, it felt like meeting a long-lost brother, both familiar and stranger, with a sense of disorientation. Over the next few days, I discovered that the clone was identical to me in both inner memories and outward habits. Even the subconscious thoughts I didn't want to mention, he could immediately understand all my thoughts.